So guys, just about on the way back, as you can see. Welcome back.
Attention all main event fans, the final goal. We have 1 minute left in the break. The final goal, all main event fans.
Chip counts from the break showed that Alan Mansbridge has 1,113,000 and chip leader Philippe Suki 780 second, and we saw yesterday Philippe Suki was all in a couple of times. And we saw he was all in a couple of times. Oliver Price 700,000, Michael Quinn 600, Andrew Christopher 400, Carlos Citroni 390. Down at the bottom, Tamer Camel and Adiad and Sani need a bit of help. So too Mohamed Ladak, because when we come back it's 6:12 with a running ante of 1,500. But we're back with it now.
Okay guys, 6 and 12,000.
So blind 6:12 running ante.
And
6:12 running ante of 1,500. $18 left. Next event on the GukPT circuit, Manchester. 2nd till the 9th. 2nd is a £30 rebuy, 10 seats guaranteed. 3rd is the start of the festival. Good afternoon to everybody in the chat box. Started at 12 with 27. We're down to 18. Final table is 9. The winner will be crowned sometime in the early hours. David Laronde had a terrible session. He was up to a 900,000. And is now down to about 130. Always good to come down to the Vic and the poker room on Edgware Road. Always nice to see some old friends. Yeah, Boris Becker was playing a bit of cash, I do believe, over the weekend. Top lad. Rishi Francis, nice one Rishi. Yeah, he was watching a little bit of, he was playing a bit of cash, was Boris. And nice to see him at the tables.
Shut up, please.
Good, take it. So Aberdeen, Jack 9, needs a bit of help against David Laronde. Who's going to win the race? Well, no help at the moment. He needs a little bit of 8, a 5. No, he can't. It's a jack or a 9, and that's it. David LaRonde, ace 8 against the jack 9, the two shorties. Getting it all in, and Abiadon has just might have been. Well, it looks like he's been eliminated. Looks like he's been eliminated. David LaRonde, ace 8. Yeah. Abiadon is out the door in 18th place. What a great performance. Well done, sir. 18th for £3,250. Every credit, sir. Well done, that man. So we're now down to 17. Well done, sir. Good result. Turning the 1,000 into £3,250. Lost one. David LaRonde trying to get back up the chip ladder. So David is building his stack yet again, back up to 313,000. Was up to 990, dropped down to 650. Had a massive hand with a 1-outer for Alan Mansbridge, who's now chip leader. He's now trying to build his stack. He was fell behind. So Michael Quinn. So David LaRonde. Puts the pressure right on Michael Quinn. Certainly widened his range and changed his game. He had a lot of chips and he was a lot more solid. He gets down to 20 and 30 big blinds and he's certainly widened his range and changed gears. David LaRonde, English Poker Open champion, just over 3 years ago for nearly $250,000. Great player, took time off and he's now back on the scene.
Wow.
224.
Well, he's got top pair on the flop. He can only put David on a 6 if he doesn't call, because it's a dry board otherwise. He's put David on A big 8, a big 6, ace 6, king 6, something like that. King 6 of hearts. We could easily put him on. Oh, he's in the tank. Does he think he's in front, but he might be facing the flush draw? And put king 6, ace 6 of hearts into his range. If he calls, he'll leave himself with less than just 20 bigs. With the lines at 6-12. Well, it's a control pass from Michael, and I think 10 jack was shown. It was. It shows a 10 jack for nothing. So it just shows you he's got the moves. So since the start of play today, David Wall in 27th, Naeem Saeed 26th, Chris O'Donnell, Patrick Uzan, Lawrence W, Praz Banzi in 22nd, Louise Duffy in 21st, Harry Lowe in 20th, in 19th, Ante Sultano, and just gone out in 18th was Abiodun Sani.
You're sitting half hour. I was going to say, I've already got it paid.
Pass.
So we're on 17 players as in 18th,
All in.
Abiodun Sani. Tamer Camel gets it all in. Oh dear. Oh heck. 7 bigs. Tamer Camel. Can we have a count please? If David Laurent calls. David's in the hijack. If he is going to do anything, he probably wants to isolate, so he'll probably go all in himself. Be surprised if he just calls, leaving the option to the button. Small blind and a big blind. He's got 3 people to act behind him, so call's probably the wrong option. Ace Jack of Hearts, he'll probably jam the lot in. Counting all his chips, just over 400,000. He was down to just over 10 bigs. He's now got himself back up to over 30. Does he want to gamble? Does he think Ace Jack? I've got 3 people to act behind me. Shall I get out of the way? Yeah, he gets out of the way. It's not the worst thing to do. It's not the worst thing to do now because Alan Mansbury just woke up with Cowboys. The only thing David Laurent would have done is probably jam, and Alan Mansbury just now got the Cowboys. What does he do? He's only got.
Call.
He's in the cut-off. He's just announced call for 81,000. But everybody's going to get out of the way. On your bikes, please. Cowboys. Tamer Camel. 8 Jack. Ace Jack was passed from David Laurent. No help at the moment. And we're down. That's it. Finito. Lost one. Oh, the ace for On the River. If the jam was there from David Laurent, if he'd have jammed, he'd have got called by Alan Mansbridge and he would have doubled up massive. The side pot would have been huge. And David Laurent probably couldn't have called because Alan Mansbridge would have gone all over the top. He would have had to jam with Ace Jack. Alan Mansbridge would have called with Kings, and then chips would have been passed back to David Laurent with the ace on the river. But as it is, Tamer Camel has just finished in 17th place for £3,250. Well played, that man. Down to 16.
Pass. Pass. Eight. 25.
Attention please, first place for 1-3 hole.
Call.
Frank Hughes, Rory Lippy, Andrei Dimitrov, Jabran Zahid, Reza Fazeli. Frank Hughes, Rory Lippy, Andrei Dimitrov, Jabran Zahid, Reza Fazeli, James Greenwood, Andrew Giorgio, Yesef Riccioti, GukPT, Sliman, James Greenwood, Andrew Giorgio, Yesef Riccioti, and GukPT 3-1 for the 1-3 hole. Table 14. Thank you.
Check. 25. Pass.
Attention please, Leon Leftyberg, 1-2 hole.
So Leon Mills sat there, go right down, double up, get right back down to 10 bigs, double up again, still in.
Thank you. Pass. Pass. Hey. 32. Pass. Pass.
Andrew Giorgio. Andrew Giorgio.
Hey up, Matty, no. It's not. We're on, I think we're on 16 still. Just lost 2. We lost Tamer Camel and Abiod and Sani. There's 7 on our table. I think there's 8 on the other table. I think there's 15 left. That's why they've not fetched a player over. I think there's 15 players left. Final table is 9. I'm guessing, I'm probably predicting the final table will start around about 7. 8-hour final table, finish at 3. Ish. Might not go on as long as that, but we know it was going to be a long day. That's why they brought them back at 12 and not 1. Always nice to have the option with 3 tables left to bring them back that hour early, and that's what they did. So it's still 2 tables out. Leon Campbell. I wonder what his VPIP is. I'm going to work out what his VPIP is. Might be 0%, you know. Grinding his way to 32.50. It's a great result for us grinders.
Have your attention please, any players wishing to register for the £100 bounty event. Registration is being taken at the cash desk. That's any players wishing to play at the 4 PM £100 bounty event. Registration is open at the cash desk. Thank you.
Alright. Yeah. Well, that's what took it off. So Leon is back down to 10 bigs again. They'll be going in the middle very soon when he finds 2 cards that look like aces or kings. And we're actually Sani Abidan was 17th because on the other table Mohamed Ladak was 18th.
Small big blind, see?
Still £3,250. So no change in the money. It changes when we get to when it gets to 13. It changes. So 14 is 3,250, and then 13 is 4,050. Then it's the same till we get to the final table. Matt's been pretty quiet since the break, but under the gun has raised it up.
Table 14 is 1-300. There's few seats available. Anybody wishing to play?
Wow, Alan Mansbridge has got a monster on the big blind. Matt's made it 25 with the lines at 612. Alan could easily make it about 52. Was that a pass? Oh no, Alan raised it up. Matt snap folded. Yeah. So Matt got out of the way, been quiet for a couple of orbits, decided to raise under the gun, show a bit of strength, go all the way around to Alan Mansbridge, and Alan Mansbridge wakes up with a monster. He then 3 bets, and Matt does the right thing and snap false. Just telling everybody he's still in the game, raising under the gun. So Alan just getting a small pocket bear this time, just the 6s. So he peels. David's raise on the button. David's moved to the front. This could go check, bet, fold. Well, we'll check it. Can't see that card making a difference, to be honest. But Alan's reaching for chips now. David's got to just wonder with his second pair on the flop if we had a king. He doesn't believe him. And that's a good card for David Laurent. Good check. No. Alan Mansbridge with the chips. Still repping a biggie. With it being a small bet, I think David might call this. Just a small bet of 40,000. He counts out the chips. He's got, thought he might just call there. 6s, I've got me 8. He turns over the winning hand. David Laurent getting himself back to around about $500,000. Line 612.
Attention please, replay. 1 2 1 more.
Ace. 25. Pass.
Attention please, Ison.
Leon
Three,
Win.
one,
has
two,
waited.
one,
He's got the kings. Jack, Queen of Hearts. 2 short stacks. Could call this off, you know. I like to say it.
Pass. 96 more.
Amazing that Leon has sat there, and Leon has sat there and sat there and sat there, and has picked up aces and kings and aces at the right time, hasn't he? He's kind. Nice shout, Matty. So does he call? Does he call the all in, or is he waiting himself? No, he gets out of the way. And Matty just puts his chips back over the line.
1-3 Holder. Mohammed Ladak, 1-3 Holder.
The what? I get some in.
Ace. 25. All in. Pass.
So marginal hands here, and Matt in seat 2. Matt Franklin has moved all in. There was a raise from Alan in seat 1 with ace 9. Don't think Alan's going to be calling this off. I don't think. He's probably seen Matt tighten up a little bit and just not getting the opportunity to raise as often as he'd like. And ace 9 off at this moment in time isn't looking that promising, is it? It's not looking that good. Looks right down. Matt will be feeling a lot more confident now that Alan's having to recheck his cards. think this will be a Hollywood fold. Well, Rishi says he's going to call. I think he's going to pass. There you go.
Pass.
Foldy, foldy. That was a Hollywood fold.
Pass. Pass. Pass.
Right, Quinn. Not been very active since he's moved tables. There's 500,000 chips, over 40 bigs.
Raise. 30. Raise.
Simon Brooks has gone out on the outer table, which means we're down to 14.
Pass.
Squeeze on the button from Alexei, who gets it through. Line 612 running anti at 1500. 14 left. 323 played the first leg. We're down to 14.
28. Pass. Pass. Pass.
David Laronde just telling everybody I'm still here, raising under the gun.
25. Pass. 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 Goal. It's up. Check. Check.
So Matt Franklin getting involved with David Laurent. Raise under the gun +1.
Check.
David Laurent defends with the 1 gappers. Is he gonna, well, if David tries to nick it,
Check.
if David tries to nick it, then Matt's gonna win. So he decides to check and check folding probably.
Pass.
Attention please, Anderson, 1-2 Omaha.
Bring that. Me? Wish you had. Alright. Yeah?
Attention please, Anderson.
And for 90. Race. 25. Pass. 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 Pass.
14 left. Awesome day. Started with 27. We're now down to 14 in order. David Wall went out first. Naeem Saeed, Chris O'Donnell, Patrick Uzan, Lawrence W, Praz Banzi, Louise Duffy, Chun Lo, Anti Sultano, Anti Solanto, Mohamed Ladak, Abiodun Sani, Simon Brooks and Tamer Camel have all been eliminated.
Race. 26. Pass. 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 All in.
So Matt changing gears, getting involved. This orbit is now jammed with the blinds at 6-12. 25 bigs, just a bit more. With ace jack, Alexei is not calling. They've aised up under the gun +1 with ace 9. Matt has jammed on the big blind. Can't see Alexei calling. We can see the cards. But the longer that the tank goes on, the more Matt Franklin will be happy to see Alexei tanking. Matty Tunn got a call from G Blackpool the other day inviting me to and a guest for a 3-course meal in the restaurant. Very nice. What are you doing wrong? Dazzo says, will there be a live stream from Manchester? There definitely will. All year. Cardroomdirect.com have got the live stream with the whole cards. 30-minute delay, as you know. Everybody is very happy with the outcome. And we know you can have a couple of spoilers, but we know most people just watch the live stream and don't bother with the spoilers. But I think this is another Hollywood fold. Ace 9, alright, they're suited, which adds another 2%, but he's not calling, is he? You've got to be thinking he's not calling. You've got to be thinking he ain't calling this.
Attention please, on Leopard, 1-2 hold. Attention please, on the following players for new 2550 Holden on table 13.
Well, there's the fold eventually. We knew he was going to do that 2.5 minutes ago, but never mind. 14 left. Matt is building his chip stack back up, and he's 30 big blinds now. So there is a live stream from Manchester. There's a live stream at every GukPT leg this year. It was an extra 2% with the suited cards. Yeah, we know that. So we're here for the GukPT for the whole season. Andy Booth and cardroomdirect.com have the contract for the whole tour. The table will be in operation at every GukPT. 30-minute delay, as we know.
Attention please, Andrew Georgiou, 1-3 hold.
Who's that? Aye. How are you? Spot on.
Pass.
Attention please, hacky hacky, 1, 2, hold.
Race.
Can I have your
25.
attention, please? Any players wishing to register for the £100 bounty event? Registration's being taken at the cash desk. That's any players wishing to play at the 4 p.m. £100 bounty event. Registration is open at the cash desk.
Race 50. Pass. Pass.
Can I have your attention, please? Any players wishing to register for the 4 p.m. bounty tournament? Registration is open at the upstairs cash desk. That's 4 p.m. £100 bounty event. Register at the upstairs cash desk.
So a new dealer incoming. Alan Mansbury still chip leader. 14 players left. Trying to get to a final table of 9.
Attention please, table 14 is 1-300.
Race.
Few seats available. Anybody wishing to play 1-300 holder, please take away table 14. Thank you. Attention please, Tony Aki, 3-1-2 Omaha.
Tony Hadley for cash. You know what they just said? True! Gold! Always believing my soul. Tony Hadley's just been shouted to play cash. Awesome. Yeah. Do you? What, the Tony Hadley from Spandau Ballet? Really? All right, okay.
Peter Lesson Foster, Mohammed Ladak, and Mias, 2-5 Holden, table 50.
So blind 6-12, raised under the ante, 1500. David Laurent under the gun. You got yourself back to $500,000. You don't want to be raising under the gun with ace threes. No, that's exactly when it gets out of the way.
Table 50.
Race 25.
This time it's Alan raising up. Ben can't do anything about it, so he has to get out of the way. Leon's not going to be defending with 8-jack off. Quick small Hollywood and then get out of the way. But he ain't going to be doing anything with 8-jack. Lines 6,000, 12,000, running on to your 1,500. Lines will be up in about 6-7 minutes time.
Attention please, drop the Hawkins for a 1-2 hold. Attention please, final call. Ramesh, Andre and Jabran, 2-5 hold.
Right.
It was Alan, still chip leader. Michael in seat 3, not played a hand for quite a while. And just over half a mil. Matt Franklin is getting himself up to a nice stack. Dangerous player. Ben, under 20 bigs. Leon, round about the 10 bigs mark.
Great.
Attention please, Rick Flooding, 1-2 Omaha.
Hold it.
Attention please, Stephen, for a 1-3. Attention please, Addison, for a 1-2 Omaha.
All in.
Well, we've opened his range. We're all in with jacks.
Stephen, a 1-2 or long.
And gets no callers. Leon up to 14 bigs. Next to blinds and the antes. The hooks.
The blinds are now 8,000, 16,000. The running ante is now 2,000.
Attention please, Mohammed Ladak, 1-3 from Holman. Mohammed Ladak, 1-3 Holman.
Race 25. Lines up. 2,000.
Hello, you. How are you? Why?
Minimum race 32,000. Race 32.
Is on screen. Players, please make your way home. Players that are registered for the penalty will be starting in 5 minutes. Leading is on screen.
So David Laurent nicking the blinds and the antes. Blinds 6-12. Well, the 8s, I think they might actually be 8-16 now. 5 bigs and 12 bigs. Alexei, 5 big. The problem when you get down to 5 big blinds, it's alright trying to get up the ladder. The problem when you got 5 bigs is somebody is going to be calling with any old 2. And with any old 2 you can still win. So one of those, Alexei and Leon. Obviously we've seen Leon open his range because he shoved with pocket jacks. So we'll see how it goes. With the 2 short stacks on the feature table, Alexei and Leon Mills. We've seen Leon, the hand yesterday when he was on the button.
Race 32.
Now then, we've been raised to 32. David under the gun, raising again. That's third time in 4 orbits he's raised all in it. He can't fold, I'm guessing. Snowman, you've got a made hand on the button, and you've got 6 bigs. Everybody folds round. David won't be folding, I don't think. He's put a min raise in. He's not going to be folding. 10-8 suited. Can't fold, can you, David? Should be just a snap call once you've raised. It's only 65. Yeah, he called with 10-8, and that's the problem Alexei faces. We call him with any old gumph. So he needs to fade. Alexei is in front at this moment in time. We're only 60-40. Still in front at the moment for a good double up. Yeah, still in front at the moment. Only needs to fade a 10. And that's it. He doubles himself up. 8s against the 8-10. So Alexei doubles himself up. Back over 10 bigs. Alexei Golodeyev has doubled himself up. And also, just over 10. Between 10 and 15 bigs, so too is Leon. Use a what?
Oh my god. So confident.
Attention please, just in for a 1-1. Attention please, Ashihaki, a 1-1 hold. Attention please. Attention please, Alexandra. Attention please, David Kupal, 1-1 hold.
So Matt moves all in. Alexei, Alexei's all in as well. Doesn't realise how far behind he is. Nuts. Nuts on the flop. Nuts on the turn. Just got better. Alexei, boom. Nutty. Lost one. Alexei Goldarov. Race from Matt. All in from Alexei. Matt wakes up with a monster. As we lose Alexei Goldarov.
Well done, Matt.
13. Matt Franklin scooping in. He's about half a million chips now with the blinds at 8-16. down to 13. Final event's just about to start of the festival. The bounty. What's the buy-in, George? 110 and £25 every time you knock somebody out. There you go.
Oh,
It's the bounty booster, because every time you knock somebody out, you can exchange your bounty for chips. Blinds are 8-16. Ben has about 13 bigs. He raised it up in the cut-off. Gets a call from both the small blind and the big blind.
all in.
And then David Laurent moves to the front.
1-2.
Sees both guys folding when he puts in a bet. All is good. David Laurent was down to 110,000 after being up to 900. What a roller coaster ride for David Laurent today. Gary Pledger, does this finish tonight? Yes, it does. At some point. We started at 12, 4 hours in, and we're down to 13.
Attention please, Ryson.
Do you know when you really want to say something, but you can't?
38.
No. So we lose one. David Laurent again. Look at this. Getting the cards at the right time, my friend. David Laurent. Well, 3 maidens. Oh, look at Matt's hand. Matt's hand. Matt is drawing pretty thin. So he gets out of the way. We can see that one of David's and one of Alan's cards have been taken out of the equation. Great flop
Attention please.
for David Laurent.
Adam Charles, 1-1 over.
So it all checks. Surprised it checks all the way around there. Very surprised. Why was David Laurent betting on checking on the button? Check from Alan Mansbridge. Check from
85%.
Mickey Quinn. Now then, 2 checks should mean a fold. And 2 checks should mean a fold. So I'm guessing that the bet there from David is good enough to take the pot right there, right now.
When it is good, George Stagger,
Please, GukPT.
Jethill Mayor, Benjamin Hassan, get a minus, Francis Silvio, Justin Kirkidis, Asher Aki, Peter Foster, 1-2 Holden, table D1.
Stephen 3-1-2 Holden.
This will be a tank fold, I reckon. Can't see it being anything different. At this stage of the game, don't think Mickey Quinn's going to be getting adventurous with pocket fours.
Attention please, Adam Charles. Adam Charles, final call 1-1 Holden.
So David Leron wins the hand, as we thought he would do.
Especially when see one. I don't begrudge you that. It's happened. If you play long enough, it's right. Just like 1% on the river
Attention please, George Stagger, get a minus, Justin Kirkidis, Asher Aki, 1-2 Holden, table 11.
Still 13, last man out. Andrea Golazarev. For Alexei, out he goes. 13 left, trying to get to the final table of 9. Next,
Holden on table 13.
4 people out, 13, 12, 11, 10. Get £450. Ben moves his 13 bigs over the line with Snowman. Don't think Alan's going to be calling. They look alright, Jack Queen, but you want to be the aggressor. Don't think you want to be calling with Jack Queen. And the blinds and the antes are taken in by Ben Vincent. So we're down to 13. As we've posted, we're streaming every GukPT this year. All events, including the Goliath and the Student Championships.
Andrew Giorgio, 1-2 Holden. Andrew for 1-2 Holden.
So we are streaming all the GukPT the whole time this year. All cards on a 30-minute delay. That's what is happening. Cardroomdirect.com bringing you the live stream. As we can see, Alan's chips haven't changed much since the last break. He was on 1.1 at the last break. He's on 1 million now. He hasn't changed much. David Leron has moved himself up into second place, having a monster hand with Alan Mansbridge. Alan Mansbridge and Queens against Queen 9 of David Leron. Here comes 9-9 King Deuce. Money goes in the middle. And a Queen on the river, giving Alan Mansbridge the one outer and the pot. Or else David Leron at that time would have been up to about 1.6 million. And bossing it. Lines 8-16, we're running 2. Ben knows and Matt.
What they got?
Ben. Ben's in front with the ace-8. Doesn't want to see any pain. Well, he doesn't want to see a 10 either.
Can I reattention, ladies
The
and
ace is
gentlemen?
good for Ben at the moment. No 10.
Registration is open.
When we double up, Ben Vincent doubles off Matt Franklin.
Register at the upstairs cash desk.
So Ben all in for 255, gets himself up to half a mil and 30 bigs.
That's quite interesting.
25-25 Portsmouth on the 22nd should be fun. It should be. I'm actually thinking about playing that. Actually thinking about coming down and doing that. We'll see what happens, eh? See what happens in the 25-25. But I'm actually looking at the calendar and thinking, could do Portsmouth and then go to Tenerife for a week. That's what I'm actually looking at. We'll see. We'll see. Try and get out a bit more this year and do some poker playing. And I do fancy the 25-25, I must admit. I know it's a long way, but it's still only 3 or 4 hours on a train. Oh, wow. How can I refuse? If I do manage to get myself down, you will certainly know via Twitter and face it, whether I'm on my way down to the 25-25. I'll let everybody know. I plan on playing a few 25-25s this year. We'll see what happens. Try and qualify. You can qualify for the 25-25s online. You can qualify for the GukPT main event as well. There's feeders on every single night at 7 PM.
Table 15.
Attention please, Janice for 2.
Attention please, Yoga Meadow. Yoga Meadow. 1-1.
So tonight's game, there's a feeder at 6 PM. There's a £50 rebuy at 7. Get yourselves in Sunday night. £5 feeder into a £50 rebuy. Tuesday night there's the £100 freeze out. Seats guaranteed to the GukPT. Check all the details on grosvenorpoker.com and get yourselves playing one of these GukPTs for a fraction of the price. How long are the levels? I think it's 40 minutes. Either 40 or 45 minutes. Now the 25-25 concept was 25,000 chips, 25,000 pound guarantee. That's how the concept came across. But I think it's either 40 or 45 on the 25-25. I'm actually not 100%, but I think it's 45. Pardon? So still on 13, £4,050. Yeah, Matt has slowed down. He changed gears in one of the orbits and then slowed down again. He's got the game, and if he gets the chips, he's going to be very, very, very hard to beat. And Ben, after his double up now, is raising because he can. The game changes with aggressive players so much when you've got chips. Hiya, John. No, we're not on a final. We're down to 13. I don't actually know. So we're on 13, 8.16 of the blinds, 2,000 running ante. Ben Vincent just got himself a nice double up, and he's also raising a lot more now when he's getting even marginal hands now.
Attention please, Yogo for a 1-1 over. Yogo 1-1.
Matt Franklin is down to 13 bigs after doubling up Ben Vincent. He's all in with pocket fives. Don't think David Leron's going to be calling with 10-8, and he doesn't, so Matt scoops in a few. So we're on 13, 6 on our table, 7 on the other. I'm actually not too sure who's left on the outer tables. I do apologise for not being able to shift around. I suppose I could have a stand up and have a look, so go and have a look. I might as well, hadn't I? Stevie Watts is still in. Oliver Price is still in. No. Come here, Watto. What is it? Live as it happens, Mr. Stevie Watts is grinding away, and you just said?
They're making me wait like Kevando Adam.
Yesterday you were grinding away, you said no hands at all.
Not had no hands today at all. I've just had sevens, which I won a race against Jack 9, and I won 2 races. But I haven't had no premiums. I haven't had no premiums for 2 days, so hopefully they're all due in about 3 or 4 hands in the spin. Like I did in the Irish Open, go from 300 to 1.2 mil in 2
What's the table like?
It's good. I just wish I had some chips to play poker. I'm just sitting there waiting for spots. So I see that caller though. There's only 11 there. Good luck, mate.
Cheers, buddy. So just heard there from Stevie Watts live from the horse's mouth. That was live, by the way. So you know we're on a 30-minute delay with the live stream. He's not on the feature table. But that was Mr. Stevie Watts. Hope you heard him. Saying he's not had a hand all day. And the guys live are going to be going onto a break very shortly. We're on a 30-minute delay. They will be swapping the tables as well. So we'll be swapping the tables over and getting the outer table onto the feature because we don't know how long the final table will take. So we're going to get the other guys onto the feature table. They'll be swapping over at the break and flicking the table number 2 onto the feature. That's what will happen. So I'll come back now into the comms box, but we've had we're still on 13 at the moment, as I can see.
Ollie. Ollie got.
And bringing the action live. Yeah. We're going all in and a call with the ace jack against king 10. The 10's it. And Matt has hit the jack on the river to survive. Matt Franklin hits the jack on the river. The ace jack is in the cut-off. The small blind bent. So now we swap the chips straight back. Ben knows that Matt can be doing it light in the cut-off. And he knows that Matt will be passing to any hand, but he moved all in, and then Matt doubles him up with ace jack. He hits a jack on the river to survive. Any ace, any jack on the river, and Matt Franklin gets him back up to over $500,000. To and fro, these chips are going between these two guys. That time, Matt Franklin survived, still on 13.
Your dealer. 8-16, 2000.
So 8-16 with 2, and now Leon is down to 7 big blinds. He's even got his chips in 3 different stacks. 7 bigs. He's not done anything. He's not done anything different to what he did yesterday at all. Grinding away and doubling up, grinding away and doubling up, and he's done exactly the same today. So there's no difference from yesterday to today. But he is at odds if he does move all in, because somebody with a deep stack will think, well, it's only 6 bigs, you might as well get out of town. So Mickey Quinn, Mike Quinn, not done much in seat number 3. Came to the table with $500,000. He's got 450 now. And these two are going to be at it again. Now we're going to be jamming with A7. No, I've just lost half my stack. I don't want to be He could have his premium hand again. As we can see, Matt's got the moves. Well, David calls from the big blind. He defends his big blind. If he hits a jack on the turn, it's going to be carnage. And it goes check, check. And this should go bet fold. And it does. Matt flopping the world.
Attention please, Justin from 1-1. Attention please, Ashihaki, 1-1 hold. Attention please.
Well, Leon, moved on with ace queen. His range has definitely widened.
Attention please.
Superstar you are. Superstar you are. Don't let anybody tell you any different. So blinds 8-16, Leon still under 10 bigs. We're down to the final 13 of the GukPT. Guaranteed £4,050. Great performance, sir. £4,050. No, for next out. 86,000 up top. Matt calls the raise on the button. Defends his big blind with queen eye. Well, David's let him get in the front. Thought David might have bet there with just one overcard to his pair. Now he's going to be betting when he's behind. You should have bet on the flop because it's going to be a snap call. This. Yep. And now this could go check, check. It does. And Matt shows the 9. So betting out when you're behind. Yeah. I know we can see the cards, but you've only got one overcard to your pocket. Whole cards, the 8s. Should have led out on the flop, and he gets all the money. John Simon says, is Carlos still in? I'll go and check actually. He was down to about 20 bigs last time I knew. The answer to your question, my friend, is unfortunately not. Carlos made a move in the small blind with King 4 apparently, and Philippe Souki, who was, I'm sure Philippe Souki was all in twice while he was on the feature table yesterday, still going strong. He had Ace-6 and Carlos Citroni finished 13th, which means we're down to 12. Nice see you, buddy. That's all done. See you again. So we're down to 12. Carlo Citroni is out. He's down in 13th. We're down to 12. Right, we can go and have a look over the secondary table just for a minute. And there are the Super Troopers that are still in the mix. Mr. Watt's still in. The guys off this table are moving over to the feature table after the break because we've not mentioned much about these guys, so we are swapping tables at the break, which is great news for us.
Who's that, Sibel? What a love. Maybe that.
So that's just a bit of action from the feature, from the secondary table. And these guys will be coming onto the feature after the break because we're not seeing much of these. And these guys will be bringing us some action from the feature. So this is what Andy actually went over to see, because we're not seeing any of these guys because they didn't change the personnel of the guys after the first level because they were colouring up the chips. But now what we're going to do is bring us these guys will be on the feature after the break. So we've got an hand involved. There we go. Big hand as well. 10 high flop. 3 on the turn. Oliver Price. Looks like he's about 600,000 chips. Queen on the river as he check it. Andy Christopher and Oliver Price. Battling it out over on table number 2. Oliver Price. There he is. Well, he got Pocket Jacks. Really, really deterrent. And Andy wins with Pocket Jacks. So that was the outer table. Back to the feature. Yeah, that was brilliant. Well done, you. Like that. That's Mr. Andy Booth doing a little bit of video work.
That's me for the week.
Take that back on. So well done to Mr. Andy Booth for a bit of video work, bringing in one hand from the outer tables. But what's happening in the outer table is they're moving to this table after the break, which is in round about 15 minutes time.
Andrew from 1-2 home.
So Matt Franklin has got the nut flush on the turn and wins another. Getting a bit dangerous, this fella, isn't he? Under the gun. Ben Vincent raises up with ace-9 suited. Leon gets out of the way. He's down. He's not got 320k there. No, sorry, 100. Round about 7 big blinds, is it? Six bigs actually. David in seat 9 is down to 20 bigs. So Carlos Citroni finishing in 13th place. Great effort from Carlo. Good to see him as well. Good to see him. Always nice to chat to. Top banana he is.
Sheila Julia is required at the garden at 20.
Leon in the hijack. The lot go over the line. Jack Queen suited. Flair. And it's good. Fear the Mills. Oh.
All in.
We're all in. Leon is pocket 7. Unfortunately, just ran into David Laron's bullet. This is it. He needs a 7. The man that's been grinding all day too and all today. He's not been up to 20 bigs for as long as I can remember. He's got 7s. David Laronde. Does he get anybody else involved? He's in the hijack. Does he get anybody else involved or not? Does he just call or does he jam? Somebody sat behind David Laronde with kings or queens or jacks would go over the top of a call. That is announced all in. Everybody else will get out of the hand. Look, see, there you go. That's the perfect coup. That would have been the perfect cue with the 10s. Matt probably won't call now there's 2 all-ins. If it had just called, David Laronde just called the all-in, Matt Franklin might have gone straight over the top. Can't see the 10s calling. Cannot see the 10s calling here. He knows Leon is short stacked. That's not the worry. The worry is David Laronde. Is he doing it with Ace King? Is he doing it with Ace Queen? Probably won't be doing it with 6s, 7s or 8s.
255. 255.
Well,
All in.
Well, Matt has moved on in. I'm quite surprised about that. Matt moved all in. So there's 3 all-ins at this moment in time on this table. This is huge. David Laronde, bullets. Matt Franklin, 10s. Leon Mills grinding away with 7s. We could lose 2 here. If a 10 hits on the flop, we could lose 2. Aces, 10s and 7s. David Laronde is his favourite to get himself a massive double up. Matt Franklin hits a 10, we lost 2. And the grinder is behind with pocket 7s. He needs a 7 to stay in the mix. Oh, the 8 and the 10. Wow. Drawing dead just about. A 10 comes on the river and we lose another. It's a king. Whoa, a 10 and then an ace on the flop. What a flop that would have been. If that wasn't all in pre, there'd have been fireworks. It's gone. David Laronde has doubled up off Matt Franklin. We've lost Leon Mills. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Leon Mills, who's ground 450, 12th place. Well done, that man. Let me tell you, that was an impressive performance. We all play differently. We all turn it on when we know how to play the cards. But wow, Leon Mills, great performance in finishing 12th. It's no mean feat, and a field of 323. Awesome. But Matt has just lost with 10 set aces. and David Laurent has just doubled up.
I was happy when they both got there. I was like, wow. It's already been 10 on the room. It's definitely up there for one of his slaves. Best actor. I love it. Yeah, I thought you were like this. You didn't look like you actually. Yeah, you look like you wasn't looking. The acting class. He's up there with the good job in the play. How many people? Usually people like really old microphones. Yeah, there was definitely actors that you could have done that would have found
Essentially, Daniel George, 1-1 hold. Thank you.
This usually was not the
Page 35.
Attention please, Yogo for a 1-1 hold. Yogo 1-1.
So they're coming up towards the break, around about 4 or 5 minutes left until these guys go on a break. Then we'll be switching tables, and you'll be getting the other guys on the table that we've not seen for most of the day. So David Laurent back up to nearly where he was about 3 levels ago. He had 900,000 3 levels ago, and is now back up to 700 plus. Hard for Alan to call this with everything over on the board. Alan Mansbridge still in the tank. Don't think he's going to be calling, do we? Do you? Don't think he is. My 3-bet. So in the tank is Alan Mansbridge. Got to see what David is betting out with on the turn. The 3 won't have made much of a difference. After David called the under the gun raised by Alan.
Time, table 1.
Certainly within the range of David Laurent calling an under the gun raise is Ace Queen, King 10, Jack 10, Jack Queen. Probably won't put him on Ace 3. And he gets out of the way, and that's the final hand of the session. Back in 15 minutes, full chip counts on the way and a brand new table. We'll see you after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment in time, I'd just like to introduce the man that's made more final tables on the GukPT since it started in 2007, Mr. Jeff Kimber. Jeff, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Do you include commentating on that or not?
Well, hopefully.
This is my 15th final table, but 9 of them have been commentating. Not so good.
We are. You've been watching?
Yeah, I've been watching this morning. Just wasn't even watching the football. I was watching you instead. More interested in the football.
Nice one.
Yeah.
27. One of the biggest day twos. The biggest final days we had.
I don't remember it being bigger. Can you?
No.
Huge amount of people. Going to be here till midnight and after.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those that is going to go on and on, but some interesting characters still left in.
Yeah, I mean, I've just had a look around the players. There's some have gone since I left the house to come and join you, but still some really good players left in. Ben Vincent and Matt Franklin, both really good players.
Yeah, and with them two guys being on the same table, it has been a little bit fireworks, hasn't it? It's been a good day.
They're on the same table as Dave Laurent and Alan Mansbridge.
Yes, Alan who's had the cards, shall we say?
Yeah, he has. He has.
We were talking. We were talking earlier on about Leon Mills. Leon has ground his way down.
Yep.
And the guy folded ace king on the bubble yesterday.
I didn't mind that too much.
And no, especially he got action before him as well.
Yeah, I didn't
so
mind
that's
too
not
much.
too bad. He ended up with £4,050.
Is he out now?
It's not everybody's cup of tea the way he plays, obviously. But when you're playing the top 10 premium or top 8 or whatever it is, and end up making £4,000, then you've got to give the guy credit.
It's up to the other players to adapt to how he's playing. To be honest, rather, he set a stall out to play how he wants to play. Now, the other guy should be narrowing his range down so much. I mean, he's basically playing any 2 kings or any 2 aces, wasn't he? That was about it. So it's up to the other guys to take advantage of that and force him to play differently. But he pays his money, he takes his choice. I didn't mind his fold of the ace king on the bubble. I'm not sure I'd have done it myself, but I think it's completely understandable.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Kev Allen, who won the big tournament the year before Christmas. He folded ace king pre-flop, and I think the big one at DTD that he won, I think he 4-bet folded it, and to the mathematicians and that kind of thing, that was an incorrect play. It was he should have, once he'd 4-bet, he should have gone with it, but he folded it. He went with his live read as well, and then came back and won the tournament. So you can't argue with that. And Leon might have gone out and bubbled, having got it in with his ace king against whatever the other hands were.
Yeah. We're on the table now. We have changed tables for the first time. We couldn't change tables last time because the guys were colouring the chips up.
Yep.
In seat number 1 is Ben Mamo. In seat number 2 is Andrew Christopherou. Seat 3 is Stevie Watts. 4 is empty. 5 is empty. 6 is Philippe Souki. And we saw Philippe yesterday. He was on the feature table towards the end of the night. It was all in well before the bubble yesterday. So he's done very, very well indeed. In seat number 7 is Kev Abacussis, and in seat number 8 Oliver Price, who had a fantastic score in the latest EPT. So good names. You know the guys, most of the guys on there, Jeff?
I don't know that many of them actually. I obviously know Steve Watts. I recognise Oliver Price just from the score, as you say. He just had a deep run in Deauville, was it?
Yep.
Where was he? 3rd or something?
He was. Yep, finished 3rd.
Abacussis, I recognise the surname. Is he the son of the older Abacussis? Do we know? There's a Michel Abacussis, who's a French player who's been playing for years and years. Who I think it's famous as something else as well, an actor or something. I don't know whether it's not the most common surname, is it? So I wonder whether he's the son of that guy. I don't know the other guys. No. Any info that anyone in the chat box wants to give us is always welcome. Sometimes we get somebody saying, do you know such and such, the online player, this is his online name, and all of a sudden we know all about him. But Steve Watts, the former footballer, all-round good guy, has some big results. I do recognise seat 1 now I've seen him. He's a Vic player. Ben Mamo.
Your attention please, Jeremy Edwards, 411, no limit. Jeremy Edwards, 411, no limit. Thank you.
So we are on 11.
So we're playing hand for hand? Or?
No,
hand
for hand is 10.
Right.
So we're on 11. 10 is hand for hand for the final table. £4,050 is 11th and 10th, so there's no change in the money.
What blinds are we on here?
We are
10, 20?
on 10,000, 20,000.
10, 20 with
a running 2, I do believe. I don't think it's a 2.5.
No, I think they got rid of all the halves and the 25s and things.
Well, you got Philippe Souki, chip leader, 1.2 million.
So Kevin Abakazis is the short stack, just over 10 bigs. It's a tricky spot to be in, but it's a stack that's easy to play.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it yesterday when I got down to like 18 bigs and I was just sat passing for a while. It won't be long till I pass my way down to about 10 or 12 bigs, and then I know exactly what to do from there.
So we're trying to get to a final table of 9 players, 27 starts of the day.
What's our average stack now, do you know?
The average stack is just over 30 bigs.
It's coming down.
About
still,
640, I think.
It's still fairly deep, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
You know, it's
Oops. Well, Stevie Watts first hand after the break has just found the sixes. He's going to get looked up here by Philip Souki.
he shoved them in from the hijack, which
The new chips are the blue ones, which are the 50,000 chips. And Stevie Watts is going to find himself needing a lot of help. He's got the sixes against the hooks. Can he do it?
the small and medium pairs are annoying at this stage because you can't raise fold, so you can't pass it, so you basically have to stick it in. But when you get called, you're very often drawn at 2 outs. Steve needs a 6.
Well, the all in and the call is there. No help for the 6. We need one of the 2 outs, and it's not. So Philippe Souki takes Stevie Watts out the comp. Stevie finishes 11th, which means we're hand for hand for the final table.
Steve has a habit of going close and not quite getting there.
Yeah.
So he's done nothing wrong again there, just won the second best hand into the better hand. Annoying for him.
Yeah. All the chips go straight across, as you see. And Philippe Souki,
Nice
I'm
spot
guessing
for Phil.
French.
Suki? Kind of. I don't know, yeah. Sounds a bit North African to me, I don't know. Algerian? Moroccan? I don't know. I know that Michel Abakassis, I know this is the guy beside him, but he was French. I don't know if Kevin Abakassis is the same as French too, or what? So we're down at 5 on our feature table. Steve Watts, I'm no more. We're pleased his old team Orient are doing well, even though he was a bit upset with his team that he supports, Arsenal, yesterday.
Yep, they both lost.
Oh, Orient lost as well, didn't they?
They did last minute.
Against Peterborough, yeah.
They were 1-0 after 88.
Britta Sombalonga
And lost 2-1.
Some of us have backed him top scorer, you see, in that division. That's
Right,
how
okay.
we know our Britta Sombalongas.
Really fine players, isn't he? No.
Phil's currently working out how to use a computer, which is
40,000.
like watching a monkey in a typewriter. We just teach you how to use Google, Phil.
I just thought, you know.
You pedal a bit quicker to get that computer, don't you?
Well, I'm blaming the internet, but I don't think it is.
No.
I think it is actually.
There's a saying about bad workmen, isn't there?
I do actually believe it is my computer. If anybody knows how to fix computers,
Pedal quicker.
within an hour.
So hand for hand here, Kevin's actually got less than half of anybody else on the table. That's a horrible spot to be in, isn't it? Look around, everyone's got at least double you. He's feeling like he's got a target on his back now. Is he the shortest stack at the last 10, do we know? Is there anyone short on the other table?
I don't think so.
I think he's probably the shortest of the lot.
All in.
Philippe Souki says he's English.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
There you go.
The old English flag. I'm guessing the name Philip, spelled Philippe, is French.
Spelled like Philippe Senderos, the Swiss footballer.
Yeah. But it does say he's English. But he has got in 2010 he's got a French flag.
And in 2014 at the recent Deauville.
Yep. Cashed in the main event of the EPT.
I've seen him around actually. I've seen him play in the UK quite a lot. What about Kev Abakassis? Let's have a look at him. See whether he can spell that. Kevin has shoved with his king jack here. He's going to get that through though. Big blind Phil's got 7-3 offsuit. I think he can fold that. Phil's aggression factor is 0. He doesn't sound French, does he?
No.
See, when he sees called Phil and he's got an aggression factor of 0, you would never accuse him of being French. Call him Philippe.
Oh, what?
Man United are losing the football as well.
Yeah.
This down 6. Maybe 6 again.
You know what happened yesterday? There was a national holiday for anybody Welsh off Facebook.
Should be a new hand.
And their rugby team loses, especially the ones from Cardiff, and then Cardiff lose against Swansea 3-0. Well, everyone I know who's Welsh, they all seem to disappear. Well, so Andrew C2 has raised it up with pocket 5s on the button. Made it looks like 60k to go. 10 jack of hearts for Kevin in the big blind. He hasn't really got a stack where he can play that pretty hand. A bit annoying for him. Might have been a shoving hand though, 10 jack of hearts. Maybe the fact Andrew's 3x the raise might have helped them get away with not being 3-bet shoved there. I think if he makes it 40,000 then the 3-bet shove is easier. He's got more fold equity, it's easier to get through. 10 jack of hearts goes in the muck. And the next hand. See how tight the players are playing now when they're getting hands like Jack Queen under the gun. They're going to normally be a raising hand, 5-handed, but that's a fold for Ben. That's round to the button. And Philippe, however you want to pronounce it, is making it 40k to go, min raise with the suit connectors. Let's see how Oliver wants to play his hand. Oliver's passed, sorry, the small blind's passed. Oliver's got king 10 off suits. Is that a peeling hand? I think it probably is, yeah. He's going to defend that. That's the kind of flop you're looking for. If he checks this, then Phil's flopped a gut shot here. Is he going to see if he can hit his gut shot for cheap? Check it behind, or is he going to have a stab with his semi-bluff here? He's going to have a stab. Now I think we'll probably, the amount of draws on there, 2 clubs, lots of straight draws, I think Oliver's probably going to have to check raise this. Phil's bet 50. Oliver has got 450 in his stack. I think he can make it 125, something like that. 110. With a view to calling it off if Phil wants to get aggressive. Yep, there's the check raise. No, just a call. Just a call. That's a very dangerous board to be playing that sneaky. No, it was a check raise. I thought so. Bit of a misclick on the button, I think. But yeah, check raise by Oliver, and Phil throws away his gut shot. I might have taken a free card there. See if I can hit my 7 for free. Also got he had a backdoor diamond draw there, so his hand could have picked up a lot of equity on the turn.
So still hand for hand, as you know, play slows down. It's you have to start the hand at the same time. Players running up and down just to make sure that they don't miss anything on the other tables. Keeping an eye on the stacks on the other tables. Do you think that's the right thing to do? Do you think this? I know players do it just about in every comp that you ever see, but players running to and from when they're all in and when there's hand for hand in situation.
I think it kind of shows a bit of inexperience and a bit of desperation to make the final, really.
Yeah. I
normally just say, you can't affect play anyway, can you? Remember we were hand for hand in the World Series main event, and remember we all, me and all my friends, we all had big chips, so we weren't in danger of being the bubble boy, but there's 700 people getting paid or whatever. And JP Kelly was on the next table to me, and he had loads of chips as well, and he was running to every single table. The time was all in like an excited schoolboy. And then when the guy actually bust on the ESPN coverage, there, see JP with his skinhead, which he had at the time as well. There he is, right in the front row, cheering on as the fella got knocked out. Yeah, not for me. I think just
No.
sit there and let.
I also think that Carlo made a valid point, didn't he, yesterday? When the bubble burst and the guy was just walking out, you normally get the other guys cheering and clapping and high-fiving each other that made the money. And he stated that nobody actually did that as well, which was...
It doesn't happen in this country so much. You know, it's because we're empathetic. We all know that the guy has just played for two days and earned nothing, and, you know, we can be happy for ourselves after he's walked away with a bit of dignity. Like.
Yeah.
We've all been in that situation where we've been the bubble boy.
Even I bubbled a comp.
It's as furthest you ever got. Closest to a flag Phil ever got.
Do you get a flag for the 25-25s?
It's not really a flag, is it?
What do you mean? That's not the 25-25 is being played in every town in the country at the moment.
Well, it's on Hindermob, yeah, but I mean a flag is about the flag, isn't it? It's about whereabouts the flag's from. Yeah, we get a Leicester flag or a Nottingham flag. I've got some good flags on mine, actually. I should test you where they're from. Some right random ones. There's two hands bumped into each other here, look, Phil. Raised to 75 with the pocket sixes. Remember, we're playing 10-20. It's a big raise to 75 with the sixes. Phil is 3-bet with pocket tens. Made it 200, which is a raise that Andrew can't call. It's an either all in or fold, and I'm afraid. At 75k raise is one of those don't call me raises. It worked for him on the button where he got the short stack to pass 10 jack of hearts because he basically took away the fold equity by making the raise so big. But when he's raising and he's going to have to fold to a 3-bet, which is what's going to happen at this stage of a comp with a pair of sixes, then I don't really like it. Could easily have made that 40 or 45k and folded to the 3-bet. Saved himself 30. Big chip lead on this table, Phil has got. Chips of everyone else. Just waiting for the other table before they get the next hand underway. We are hand for hand. The outside table has Ben Vincent and Matt Franklin's and Dave Laurent and Alan Mansbridge. That's the other table. We're watching the feature table. Big stack here is Philip, who is in seat 6. Next hand underway. Andrew just raised folded 75k out of his 470k or whatever he had. He's now the big blinds. He's going to be in one of those not wanting to give up his blind moods too much. Phil again, who remember is the big stack here, so should be doing the bullion, has actually got what's probably the best hand on the table again, pocket 8s this time. He's made a 40k under the gun, min raise under the gun. That's not Andrew, and he's going to give up the king 4. And the big stack gets bigger. All this time, of course, Kevin down to 11 bigs now, Phil.
Yeah, we've seen it most of the day with Leon.
He's got to shake a leg at some point, doesn't he?
Absolutely, 10 bigs or less. Leon had for quite a while. In fact, I don't think we commentated on Leon having more than 20 bigs the whole time he was on the feature tables.
Well, it's easier to do when there's a full table, but they're playing 5-handed here, so it's coming around doubly quick, really. Man United ascending on the super subs. Chicarito and Valencia coming on for Man United, desperate to try and avoid losing to probably the worst team in the league.
The hollers of Moyes out might actually come across if they lose to Fulham.
So next hand we're underway is Oliver. Queen 8 spades is more than good enough for a raise in the cutoff. That'll make the dominating hand Queen 10 for Ben. Should make it fold. He's not going to though. Is that a 3-bet? I like it if it's a 3-bet. No, he's just called the button with Queen 10. I think I'd like a 3-bet if you're going to play that hand, wouldn't you?
That's
Yes, you're going to certainly find out where you are if you're going to be 3-betting. If he gets called, you're going to be a little more careful.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the worst hand win this, even though he's flopped a gut shot. But let's go and check. I think Oliver will bet the turn now. 2 diamonds, 2 hearts. Oliver should have a stab at this at some point. I guess he has been playing with Ben for quite a while though, so possibly knows his tendencies. So he's just going to give that up. Action on the other table, next hand underway. Phil and Kevin are 2 blinds. And Andrew, sorry, I was calling him Christopher, wasn't I? Andrew Christoforou. Andrew is our button this hand. Ben's got the King 8, that's going at the muck. Andrew passing the King 7. Phil giving the walk with a 7-4 offsuit. A very generous thing to do when you've got 3 times the chip stack of everyone on the table and you're on the bubble. Quite nice to give someone a walk, isn't it?
Kev Allen says Philippe is a grinder at cash.
Yeah, I do
down in the
recognise
Vic.
him from the Vic. Yeah.
A lot of people still call it the Vic. Is it hard to change the name after you've known the Vic for years and years and years, and now it's the Poker Room, London Edgware Road?
I don't know. I've never tried. It's still going to be the Vic.
You still call it the Vic?
Yeah. You can't say the Poker Room, can you?
No. No. If you're talking to somebody and saying I'm going to play poker, where are you playing? I'm playing the Poker Room. Or
maybe they should have called it the Poker Room, like the hotel in Vegas.
That's true, yeah.
The Poker Room. But,
the Poker Room.
It'll always be the Vic.
Yeah.
I think that's probably there's probably a reason for it, but probably a bit too technical for us to go into. Something to do with the amount of machines and stuff you can have in one casino and one room and stuff.
race 49.
Ace 5 for Phil. We'll raise on the button.
I'm not too sure it's that cold that you have to wear the hood and the coat. But Kev is wearing it well.
I can't see what he looks like, to be honest. Could be anybody under there.
The dance please show for the 1-1 holder. Thank you.
Off we go again.
Small blind 10,000.
Button is on Kev with our blinds of Oliver and Ben.
Race 40.
Ace Jack for the big stack, Phil. He'll raise it up. Min raise to 40. And Kev has got pocket fours. Yeah, it's not the easiest hand to play, really. It's a shove or fold. He's decided to fold it.
No call.
Again, you'd say maybe a 3-bet all-in hand, but these guys have been playing each other for quite a while, so possibly they know a bit more about the tendencies of each other. The pocket fours went in the bin, and don't you just know what's going to flop as soon as you fold pocket fours?
A 4.
It was the shortest stack as well. He would have loved to double up. I don't think he'd have got much out of it, to be fair. He'd have got a C-bet, and then that would have been that. No one else is connected. Phil's going to C-bet, and Ben's going to pass.
They're a massive hand. Yesterday they did exactly the same with 8s. Got raised and re-raised on, and the 8s who initially opened the betting passed out of the way, and it came 8 high.
Well, I get the feeling that if if Kevin had made the 3-bet shove there, I think Phil would have called with his ace jack. He's got plenty of chips and it's only a 10 big blind shove, so I think he would have called ace jack and he would have got the full double up there. If he just called behind, I don't think he'd have got more than a c-bet really, but you can't call with 10 bigs and trying to flop a set, so
no,
he stuck him in the bin.
As you should.
He'll be quietly grumbling to himself right now. Flop a set 1 in every 9 times you have a pair or something like that. So
can that have a reverse effect when you think you've got it and then you pass it pre-flop?
It can have an effect. It really annoys you and makes you tilt it a bit. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Kev's thinking he might have missed his chance there to stick his money in and get the double up that he really needs, since he's got half the stack of everyone else. Got the same 2 cards, isn't he, Phil? Is that allowed? Ace jack offsuit again. Raise it up again. 10 big blinds is passing an ace. Oliver gets out of the way. Ben has got the connectors, he's going to get out of the way. Andrew. Yep, 7-8 offsuit, he's showing a bit of respect there, get rid of it. Always tempting to peel when these guys min-raise you, but that's the reason they're min-raising you. They want you to peel with a worse hand out of position. They can put you in a world of hurt, so good bit of discipline there from Andrew. Get out of the way. Phil's having it all his own way here. He's had the best hands, to be fair. He's not raising junk. Ace jack a couple of times, pocket 8s, pocket 10s, but he's winning nearly every hand in this hand for hand, which is going to give him a nice stack going, looking forward towards the final. Kevin under the gun this time. Phil is the big blind, Andrew small. Well, Ben is getting the old, going into the poker history books here. 10 deuce off. Get the old Brunson. Brunson on the button.
He's
Let's
still
raise
way
it
forward,
up.
isn't he, the Brunson?
Tell you what, if you've got a solid image like I imagine Ben has, then why not raise it up the button? Nice little bit of blind stealing.
I'm guessing Dole Brunson didn't play 10-2 to get to the final. That much.
No, we don't know, do we? He won the World Championship 2 years running with it. That's what we do know.
Yeah. Afternoon picks. Carl Pickles in the chat box. Afternoon, sir. Hope things are well.
I can't see that.
Afternoon picks. Hope things are well. It's been an interesting time. 27 we started with. We're down to the final 10. We're hand for hand. And it's going to be an interesting time on the bubble. Who is going to be the unfortunate bubble boy for the final table?
I don't know who I think. None on this table look like going out, do they?
No.
The short stack's holding firm. I guess he might get blinded down, but the other guys, nobody's putting a foot out of line. Phil is using his stack, although as I say, he's had the better hands. This is going to be a raise to fold though. If he's putting some pressure on the short stack. Yeah. Raise it up with a king 3 offsuits.
Is that the all in? Yes, it was. That's exactly what you've just said.
All in and raise to pass. Yep, ace jack with Kevin all in. Instant fold, no messing about. It's interesting when you say Oliver, who we know just had this big result in Deauville. So you look at him like a young guy who's probably a very aggressive player. You know, he's already put a chip in the pot while we've been watching him. You always think that these young kids are going to be 3 and 4 betting every hand and in every hand, but you know, he's got a 25 big blind stack. He's playing it correctly.
Yeah.
Holding firm, waiting to get the final. That's a Man United goal rather than a double up for anybody. all the silent monks have all come.
There's the big double up. Oh, my Facebook could be going mad. It was Moyes out at half time.
Well, I mean, drawing 1-1 with Fulham ain't exactly a big result.
You know, when Man United fans fist pump on the flop and all that, and you know, it's just
plenty in the box, aren't they? Jeez.
Yeah.
Just watching the replay of that goal.
Offside nearly.
No, fella's forward and
man.
back.
Do you know, Fulham half-time, Man United full-time was 33-1.
Was it?
Yes. Anyway.
Kevin's picked up another one there. Shove the small blind for Kevin with the ace.
Still on the bubble.
So Kev, who has been pretty patient with his short stack, has now just picked up 2 lots of blinds and antes, plus the raise from the small blind he picked up. So that'll get him back to 14 or 15 bigs. There we go, 15 bigs he's up to now. Increased his stack by almost 50% with those 2 hands. Manchester scored again. Oh, they're back. They can beat Fulham.
That's it. We're going to win the league and all that now.
So look like they've won the league. 2-1 to the Manx. Even Michael Carrick scored. Look, it must be Christmas.
All Fulham must
have been from the halfway lines. He never crosses it.
Deflected. Yep.
Yeah.
The only way Carrick scores is a deflected goal.
What a team. They can beat Fulham at home.
2 goals in a minute. It was always going to happen.
That's on the small blind. We've got Queen 10 for all of that.
That's it.
He's limping in, and Ben's going to check the 7-8. He's obviously got a bit of respect for Ben, hasn't he? Obviously, Ben's been playing back at him. Well, there's a bit of an action flop there. Queen 10 small blind. He's flopped up there.
Yeah, you can't
Ben
see.
is up and down.
You can't see Ben wanting to pass at any time.
I think Oliver should lead this, and I think Ben should.
Would you peel or would you 3-bet?
I think I'd peel at this stage of the tournament. I don't think I want to be making a massive pots, bloated pots when an unraised pot. I think just calling is fine. I think if Ben doesn't have anything, so if you raise that he's going to pass, I think that calling and then betting the turn anyway is probably just as effective. Should you miss, he's raised it though by the look of it. Splashed his chips towards his opponent.
No, it was just a call.
It was just a call. Just a call. I agree with that. I think if Oliver bets again, it makes it trickier for Ben.
Yeah, because
I think he probably has to Oliver again, really. But
Oliver, we're going to make it about 60k, do you think?
Yeah.
If he makes it about 60k, it's a lot harder for Ben to be calling then.
I think he'll bet 65 here. He might choose to pot control though. We haven't seen much aggression from Oliver so far.
Yeah, nobody bets a round number anymore because he likes to put different coloured chips in.
That's right. Some people do. It's a good tell on some
62.5 would be good.
I think he'll bet 65.
That's
what I'd like to bet there.
Wow, 38. That's a call me bet.
Not like that very much.
Is that a call me bet, or would Ben be thinking that, well, I want a flush draw, I want to try and get there as cheap as possible?
Just doesn't define your hand very well, does it? It's one of those. I think Ben's just got to peel again now. He's thrown in one of the blue chips, which is blue chips at 25. Is that right?
The blue chips are 50.
50.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Throwing in one wouldn't work, would it? Yeah. 50k chip. As a river.
And that's unless it's a jack. No, it's not. Well, the flush is there.
What flush? No flush there, Tower.
Is that not 9-3 spades, queen of spades?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the diamonds. Yeah. The spade flush got there.
Yeah. We've got there.
Attention please, Jeremy Edwards for 1-1 no limit. Jeremy
He has
Edwards
bet it again though, he hasn't checked.
I don't think it does. I don't think he folds, does it? Well, we moved all in there.
Oh,
Ben has shipped the lot in over the line.
Not the lot.
Repping the flush.
He hasn't put the lot in. Or is he all in? Has he had the triangle? Made a big raise.
And he's the winner.
That's a good move, isn't it? That's a great move. He knows repping the flush there. Played it exactly like he had a flush draw, raised it to 165 he did, and that was enough to get the pass.
Was it a bit more of a tank from Oliver there, do you think? Or was that always in his mind to be snap folding to a 3-bet?
Wasn't a 3-bet, felt it was a raise. The thing is, there's no people love to tank, especially playing live poker. But it's not much of a decision really. He's kind of made his mind up that this guy might have hit his flush, and now when he raises, he doesn't look like the kind of fella who's messing about bluffing there. So I think it's probably going to. He's made his mind up, yeah. People love a tank though. I mean, the thing there is, if Oliver tanks, he shows that he had a strong hand. Whereas now he's folded quickly there. People still don't know. Their read might now be that he was betting the flop and turn with absolutely nothing. So anything that he gave off on those two streets, they might now take as meaning nothing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he had top pair and then he had top two pair, but he just binned it. Looks like he's on a mission to get some of the chips back though, because he's. He'll do say no. He had a little think about it. Then he thought, no, I'm not gonna tilt. I'm just gonna pass. Nice play by Ben though, wasn't it?
It was
A bit of a
excellent
shark,
play.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, you don't look at him immediately and think here comes a shark, but that was a sharky play to represent that.
Check.
Attention please, Grosvenor, Moynihan for a 3-5.
Interesting if we get a club on this river, Phil. 8-9 of clubs against 10-4 clubs, and we got 2 clubs by the turn. Oh, somehow we never got to see a river.
Andy was the aggressor and took down the pot.
Maybe I misread the hands. I did have a quick glance and think we had 2 flush draws there, but maybe I misread them. Very hard to commentate while you're funking against Man United, isn't it? Poor old Keith the Camel on Twitter, I saw that he was laying Man United at 1.57 just
Was he
before
really?
half time. It was a ridiculously short price for a team that are 1-0 down.
Yeah.
But I think he made a good bet, but I mean Fulham are terrible, aren't they?
Well, he might have been able to buy back at 75 minutes, I suppose.
Possibly he might have. He's not much of a greener out there though.
Richard Whitmore in the old chat box. Good evening, sir. Nice to see you last week up in Newcastle. Enjoyed myself up there. A right good night.
Alright, good night.
A right good night up in Newcastle.
Where
The
did
old
you go?
white collar boxing. So I don't know where I went. It's
Businessman
where,
fight,
you know
is
the
it?
Newcastle Poker Forum.
Yeah.
They got together and they had a boxing night where they were boxing each other.
Oh, brilliant.
So did it all for charity.
okay.
The gym that the guys trained in and the boxers that helped them train, half the money went to them. It was a fantastic night.
Oh, very good. Phil doing his bit for charity. Back at the feature table, we have Phil in the big blind with the ace-9. And Andrew from the small blind is in there with the queen-3 offsuits. Both missed the flop. Andrew's going to take a stab. I think Phil might call one bet here. 2 overcards, a couple of back doors. Could have the best hand, which he, as we know, he does. Now, Andrew has a decision here. That's a good card to bluff, but he has to have a very exact hands to be betting this turn. Really has to have the mage straight now to carry on his story. And he's slowed down. What's Phil going to do? Is he going to check? Yeah, he thinks his hand might be strong enough. He's got to draw to a higher straight, should his opponent have the straight. And 9 hits the river. Obviously gives Phil top pair. Doesn't change too much. The straight was already there. I just don't think Andrew's line makes sense here, really. I think if he'd made the straight on the turn, I mean, basically he's repping a 10 now. Is the only thing he can rep. Wouldn't be surprised if Phil finds a call here. It's a ballsy bet by Andrew, but his line just doesn't really make sense. Gutshot hit the turn if he was holding a 5, and then he checked it. Now he wants to bet when a bigger strike gets there. The only thing that makes sense is if he bet the flop with nothing that included a 10. Yeah, and Phil's found the call. I thought he would.
That's a great.
Well, you got to make sure your story makes sense, and it just didn't really make sense from Andrew there. If you ask him what hand he's representing there, he'll say straight. But if you ask him exactly which 2 cards, then I don't know really. But he's bet the flop, check the turn when the straight got there, bet the river when a bigger straight got there. It's tough to work out what he was supposed to have had there. And that's put Andrew all the way down to the bottom of our chip stacks on the feature table now. That was with the old Queen 3 offsuit. He managed to you know, he said earlier he showed a bit of discipline when he folded the 7-8 in the big blind, but he didn't show any discipline from the small blind with Queen 3, and he's ended up doing quite a bit of a stack there.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Nick van der Weer. Things are well set.
Nick in the chat box. Hello, Nick.
Rich Whitmore saying there's also a charity poker night for the same gym on the 22nd. I can't make that one.
22nd.
I'm busy. That must be the February.
February. Going back to Newcastle again tomorrow, but yeah, only for a few days.
Yeah.
10 jack of diamonds for Oliver. All in under the gun. That's our no messing about from our guy who just had the big run in Deauville. 16 bigs, he's all in. Ben is calling the pocket eights.
Well, we're not going to get three-way action, I don't think.
No, not the ace-7. I think it'd have to be an ace-jack or ace-queen or above, really. Probably an ace-queen or above. So we have the classic race. Once he gets out of the way, once Andrew gets out of the way. People like a dwell, don't they?
They love it.
Honestly, how many times out hundreds are you going to be calling here with ace-7 when two people are all in on the bubble? Come on, get your cards in the muck. You see Yevgeny Shimachenko just won that 100k buy-in that has a shot clock. He's the biggest dweller in the world, dwells for 5 minutes every decision.
Yeah.
100k buy-in in Australia has a 30-second shot clock and he's just won it. So
it's
just proved that all these years he's been dwelling for 5 minutes every decision.
For no reason.
He's forced to do them in 30 seconds and he wins 100k buy-in.
An 100k buy-in with a 30-second clock?
They always do, the Aussie Millions.
Wow.
30 seconds is fine, that's all you need. You need all this.
Did the Asian poker tour and Yevgeny Shimachenko asked us politely to take down the videos of him when we filmed them. Don't know why. Never did. I don't know why. He just came up to me and he says, Are you the guy that does the filming? I went, yeah. He says, can you take down my videos? I says, yeah, of course. I don't know why. He never explained why. Those was he needed to.
Maybe
there was filming going on.
Maybe his family don't approve or something, I don't know.
Well, he well folds.
There we go, we've got to fold eventually, there's a shock.
And then he's going to say, well, I passed 2 diamonds.
Yeah. He's going to say, I passed an ace, you know.
So Ben is all in against...
Oliver's all in. Oliver's shot with the pocket eights, with the 10 jack suited.
Oliver Price is at risk.
He needs a 10 jack or some diamonds or some straight cards. Oh, well, there we go. And now the ace-7 of diamonds is thinking, what did I fold for?
Oh dear, running paired cards or...
Well, the straight flush can't get there because we saw the 7 of diamonds get folded.
So the ace-7 is now berating his luck.
Yeah, no, I knew I was having a good think and I should have called.
That's the ace-7 of diamonds, he says. That might have been your chance.
Well,
I don't think you could call there with the ace-7 of diamonds.
No, it wasn't even, I wouldn't have thought for 1 second about calling.
No.
2 all-ins. Absolutely no chance.
No. Amazing there's 5 diamonds free and there's still 3 diamonds on the flop.
There's plenty of them in the deck, don't worry about that. As Ian Fraser used to say, it's easier to make a diamond flush than any other.
I saw the first ever jackpot in Vegas 3 years ago with a diamond flush.
Really?
Yeah, they were playing 5 card stud poker against the house.
Yeah.
And it was $1 million for a royal flush in diamonds and $20,000 if you got it in the others. And the alarms went off and I was sat on the other end of the table and this guy just sat there and all the alarms went off and everybody comes rushing from every single part of the casino. And he's got a diamond flush. He got a diamond royal flush and he won $1 million and it's the first time in 7 years apparently that it happened.
I was talking to Neil Channing yesterday. He tells me that he was reading an article about, I can't remember which casino in Vegas, but their mega jackpot fruit machine hasn't paid out for 23 years. And rather than anybody thinking, well, it must be broken, there's now queues of people trying to play it because they think it's about to now pay out. I mean, you could have thought that 15 years ago. Oh, it's been 8 years since it paid out. And we're going to go and play it until it pays out. I think it's just broken.
How was the Super Bowl night? Apart from the result, yeah, it was great. We were in the G, and I had a great night, thank you.
Back in the Future, Phil's going to take another one down. As I say, he's been aggro, but he's basically had the best hand every time. A6 he had that time. He raised an ace up 5-handed. Big blind 7-2 soft. Lets that go. There's a couple of them feeling under it now. Kevin and Andrew both getting towards the 10 big blind mark, which will be their cut-off level, there or thereabouts, where they'll be sticking it in. Still hand for hand, remember. Still playing 5 on each table to get down to the final table. Fulham have equalised in the 94th minute in the football, which causes more squealing in the casino than any bad beat. Darren Bent apparently still playing football. Darren Bent's just scored in the 94th minute, Phil.
Has he really?
94th minute equaliser.
I knew Darren Bent had come good.
There you go, look, Man United playing 3 at the back when they're in the 94th minute. What a good idea.
Oh, good save.
Oh, I'd have scored that. I'd have scored that from 2 yards out.
Yeah, the Super Bowl night was excellent. We were in the G in Blackpool. They put us the food on. We sat there and about a dozen of us high-fiving everybody and shouting and raving. It was a great night. I don't know what to do on a Sunday night anymore now.
Watch basketball?
I will say we have to go watch basketball because Jeff Kimber is actually the expert on basketball bets. So we've had Richard Wheatley in the chat box give us 2 winners on the horses.
That's always welcome, isn't it?
So he's given us 2 of them. And we were close with the rugby bets yesterday.
Close.
John Simons gave us the Ireland tip.
Yeah, Ireland were good, weren't they?
And that was it. We now need Jeff to come good on the basketball, so we'll pick his brains a little bit later.
We'll have a look through later, see who's on tonight.
Yes. because the way he's going tonight, we'll be here for the full entirety of the basketball game.
Yeah.
Is it still on Sky?
It's on BT Sport these days.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
They're taking over the world.
Yeah. Well, the first game's on at 6 actually, so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they have an early game these days. Yeah, we'll get them to put it on for us somewhere.
So as you know, we're hand for hand, so there's an hole in the corner on the other table. Everybody runs over.
Everybody's scattered.
Everybody runs over.
Not Oliver, you see what I said about the experienced players, and the ones who aren't desperate to make the money. There's a fella who just won a few $100,000 last week.
Yeah.
He can't be bothered with running over there.
No.
Also, our chip leader on this table, Phil, he's a full-time grinder. He's not bothered about running over, sweating, trying anti-funk against somebody. Just let it take care of itself. How much did Oliver win in Deauville?
Pardon?
How much did Oliver win in Deauville?
I'm
guessing at least a couple of 100,000, about $250,000.
It will have been a decent chunk. The Deauville payouts are normally good, aren't they?
I'm guessing he's an online player, Oliver. Would anyone tell us his online name, see whether we know him? But don't know too much about him, other than his Deauville score.
€270,000.
Wasn't a bad guess, $250,000. Yeah, 270. What was his biggest score before that?
3,900.
It's not a bad step up, is it? This is his first GukPT cash. Might be his first GukPT for all we know. I've never seen him before, not that I recognise.
He played the little one drop last year in Vegas.
The $1,000 one, 111.
Min cash.
I've got Crystal Palace to finish in the top 10, Phil, at 50 to 1.
Alright, okay.
They're on 26 points. Top 10 is
At
27
50s?
points. We only put it on 3 weeks ago.
Wow. He also, going back to Oliver Price, 49th in the main event last year.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, $151,000. So he finished just in front of
Stevie Watts. So when you said his second best score was 3,000, you skipped over 100.
Yeah, I was looking at pounds.
It's about the same.
Them dollars, that's like Monopoly money, isn't it?
3,000 quid.
$151,000. What's that? £8.40?
Yeah, that's about it. That's a nice score, then, isn't it?
It is.
Obviously, a very good player. Got through big field there. Got through a big field in Deauville. Finished third.
I hear Mr. Trigg. Is Frankie still in? Matt Frankland. Yes, he is.
He is. He's on the other table.
He's
though,
on the
Rick.
he's on the second table. We're on the bubble for the final table.
On the other table, we've got Alan Mansbridge. We have Dave Laurent, who have been battling each other, big chip stacks. And then we've got Ben Vincent and Matt Franklin representing the younger online guys. And one other player who I can't quite remember. I can't see the table from now. And then on this feature table, we have Philip Suki is the big stack, the guy in seat 6 with glasses, Harry Potter lookalike. He's the big stack. He's got three times the chips of anyone else. Our shorter stacks are Andrew, who was in seat 2, and Kevin Abacassis, who was in seat 7. And Ben is currently all in with pocket 5s, and Kevin is all in with ace 5 from the button. So Kevin shoves the button with ace 5 of diamonds. Ben makes the call with pocket 5s. That's the second call he's made with the best hand of an all in. He's just lost against 10 jack of diamonds with his pair. And here we go. He's hit the ace. He had 3 outs and he's hit one of them. Ben must be hating his luck.
Oh, queen for a chop.
Queen for a chop.
Oh,
five of hearts. He's got a heart draw. Can he hit the heart? Ooh, red 8 crossbar. So the worst hand doubles up again, the ace 5. Shaking hands, but I don't think he's out, is he? Not according to our figures there. He's got 100,000 left according to us.
Yeah.
Not like the fella I played against the other day who just walked off when I doubled through him and never came back. Left 30 big blinds on the table.
Ben as well is he got his stack more than 20s.
Yeah.
So even though he got 2 stacks of yellows, it looked like he got the same amount, but he hadn't because he got them in more than 20s. So
I'll tell you why you should always keep your stacks in 20s in case all your chips fall into somebody else's during a break, and then,
when does that ever happen?
Then you know how many you had.
Not sure that ever happens, does it?
Not today so far. So that's a double up for Kevin there. He sat there patiently. He's found an ace on the button. He's done nothing wrong. Stuck it in with an ace on the button. Suited ace. Ben's called again from the big blind and he's got unlucky. He's down to 5 bigs now. 103,000. 10-20 we're playing here. Trigger, there was a fella in here wearing your salmon coloured with black dots kind of round upon t-shirt. So not only do we have a Trig lookalike who was up in Blackpool, 2008 Trig lookalike, we've now got people dressing like you as well. Very worrying trait. Next they'll be playing like you. That's right, Kevin, who's just had his double up. He's on a roll, ace queen of spades, so we'll raise it up. He's made it 50 to go. No, 40 to go, sorry. Min raise. Andrew, the other short stack. Small blind. Andrew's the big blind. King, queen offsuit. He's just going to peel. Ooh. That might have been a shoving hand there. Queen eye flop might see the end of this bubble action, but wow, he's hit his king. He's just moved all in. That can't be right. What? Oh my gosh. Well, he's got absolutely no value up his hand there. Called him in raise with king queen instead of shoving, then he's just king 10 deuce rainbow flop. No real danger on that flop. Instead of checking to the razor, open shipped it. That's how to get no value from your hitting your hand. Oh, he can't call the ace queen. He would have bet, no doubt, and he had some backdoor. He had a gut shot and he had backdoor spades, and obviously his ace was good, but can't call the ship, so you've hit your 3 outs. I'm not sure that's a good way to play your hand, really.
So we're hutching up and the fingers went in. Well,
pardon me.
What a bubble this is turning into, my friend.
Yep. It's going to be a long old night.
He helped us out in November. He helped us out in November, and we ended up having one of
3 in the
these
morning, yeah.
We were cursing away, I'm sure.
I might not last that long tonight. I've got to be up early for a train tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll have to get these boys to get it in a bit more often.
Yes.
Or at least for the worst time to lose a bit more often.
Absolutely.
Really didn't like that last play by Andrew there, Phil. I don't know if you saw it, but he's peeled king queen off suit from the big blind. He's hit a king on the flop and just open shoved his last 10 big blinds once he's hit the flop.
Well, we've got an all-in. This looks like dangerous. 10s against 9s look pretty standard to me.
Ben's only got 5 bigs, so
yeah. Ben is going to get the lot in. He's going to have a fantastic opportunity to double up yet again.
He deserves a double up, really.
Yeah.
He's got it in with the best hand 3 times now.
Here we go. It's going to be a standard call. And then we're going to see 10s against 9s if everybody gets out of the way. Ben just needs to fade a 9 or the old running straight cards to the 9.
It's Kevin Abacussis in with the 9s. Only 5 bigs, as we say, so desperation times for Ben. He's lucky to find a big hand in those circumstances. Dealer's going to count everything down. Take a while.
Well, line to 10-20. Rolling for less than 5 bigs. But it's not as if he's been playing 5 bigs all day. He's been very unlucky. Tens against 9s. Ben's going to get a great chance to double up.
Attention please to all remaining players in the GukPT main event final. Please make your way to the poker ring. Thank you.
Don't know what the flop is. There was a 10 on the flop. There you go, 10-3-3.
That'll do. Straight double up.
It was all over.
Ben doubles. Well done, Ben. Deserve that, yeah?
Oh yeah, he's been a bit. 5s against ace 5.
You took so long to put the chest in, I thought I had the cut.
Raise 60,000.
The blinds are now 100 or 200.
Come on, come on, come on!
Must get one all right. And on left, Come on. One all? Who scored?
One all?
You know they're going to win, right?
Yeah, I know they are. Come on, Darius. They can't beat Fulham at Old Trafford.
It's true. He's a Fulham fan. I don't think he likes it. I know that shit.
Who owns Fulham now?
An American.
American? Can't.
He scored. Again, while seeing something else, I listened to speaking it. That's 2-1. Who scored the second? That. Bold. Alright, please. Happens once every fucking 10 years. Give me a chip out of day once.
You thought this guy did nutrition.
Oh. All in. Hold. Hold. I'm still thinking I'm right now. Just making up for that. That's what I thought. No. I'm waiting for you to say. Look the hand in hand. Look hand in hand. Yeah. Okay. Call 20,000. All in. Hold. Hold. And hold. Alright, please.
Get into these Amens for 1 2 no limits. Amens for 1 2 no limits. Thank you.
The running ante is now 3,000.
Bish bash bosh. Should be on.
All in. Hold. Hold. Hold.
Well, at the moment, I think we're back. sorry about that. It's as bashes went at the same time. It's yeah, we're definitely back. We might have to invest. At this moment in time, we are back with you. I'm still on the bubble. Nothing's changed.
Hello, Paul says. Well, that's a good sign. Paul can hear us.
Hey, Mr. GukPT. We'll just have to snuggle.
Can't snuggle much more.
Anthony Andrew, Max Striker, and Rashid Al-Khamas for U2 finals.
What's that one?
24.
So still hand for hand. Down under the gun, passing the queen 3.
All in.
Kevin on the small blind with ace-8 of diamonds is going to raise it. He moves all in. Ace-8 against ace-8. I think if follower makes a call, yep. Ace-8 all in the small blind.
Are we back, Jeffers?
We're back.
Marv.
Ace-8's all in the small blind. Ace-8 is thinking in the big blind. Yeah, some more, something is.
Ace-8, ace-8. Is this going to be a much ado about nothing? We don't want one of them sicky hands, do we? We don't, if he does eventually call.
I would be surprised if he passes, actually, to be honest. Kevin's not been that lively, sticking it in, to be honest. He's going to call up, and it is going to be...
Please don't be a sick one, thank you.
We've already seen the old diamond flop ones, haven't we?
What happened to Ludo the gun? Yesterday was ace king against 8s, I think it was.
He never got going really, did he?
No.
He had a short stack, played it accordingly, grounded out a bit, and lost the first race he got into when he had about 12 bigs.
In fact, he was sat. He watched the. He came over and charged his phone just as we were getting knocked out.
I watched it.
And
he
came
good,
over and had a chat
nice.
with us. So
good interview with him.
Nice for him to chat to us.
He's a good player. He'll go on and win one of these one day.
He certainly will. He's certainly getting a name for himself as obviously doing the UKIPs and the EPTs and what have you.
Yep.
And to get a mention on the EPT from the people watching that they want a certain player on the feature table, and that name is Ludo Johnson, then it's can only be good things.
Well, he pleases a lot of fans as well, of course, because he's Scottish, German, British, Russian. Got fans all over the place.
David Scupper for 1-2 Omaha. Thank you.
The guys are keeping the cards face down until the hand for hand is over. Oh, it's even come ace-8 on the flop, but they're going to chop it up.
Three pair.
They've both got ace-8.
And it comes ace-8.
Top two cards are ace-8.
Starting on table 9. Let's bring the following players for the new 1-2 hold of the table.
Yes, it's ace-8, and it comes ace-8. Like,
Alexander Kilici.
it's like having kings knowing there's an ace coming on the flop.
It's true.
I'm sure that happens more often than any other pair on the board.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I'm sure it happens more often than 10s and having a jack on the flop.
If we thought long enough, we could probably work it out, but between us, we don't have the brain.
It was much ado about nothing, thank you. That would do nicely. I don't really want a sick beat for the final. But we are on the bubble for the final table. 10-handed for, I reckon, about an hour at the moment.
Yeah, certainly feels that way.
Don't know how long the break is going to be. We'll certainly keep you informed when we do get to the final table. The guys have not eaten yet. We know you don't get a buffet here in in the poker room, but they do normally give you the voucher for food. Now whether the guys have ordered food, I'm actually not too sure, but we'll keep you informed as to when the final table will start. Hopefully right before 7 we will start the final.
Need one volunteer, don't we? One volunteer to get lost.
Yeah.
At the moment, everybody's hanging on.
Yeah.
Oliver picks up another one there. Ace 9 from the small blind. 3 short stacks here now, haven't we? 10 bigs, 13 bigs, 14 bigs. They're all getting towards that time where they can't sit and pass for, they can pass for one more lap, maybe not really 2.
No.
When a lap is only 5 hands, then this is the time you want to run quite nice with some starting hands, really. Passed all around the small blind again is Ben. King 9 offsuit, I think that's probably a shove, isn't it? He's all in. There's the triangle. 7 high, Andrew can't call that. There's a little addition to Ben's stack.
Test please, Christopher Hackey and Richard Stanley for the 1-2.
So 10 under from 323. Good turnout for the first leg of the GukPT. Next leg's in Manchester, 2nd till 9th of March.
Yep.
2nd of March is the 10 seats guaranteed, £30 rebuy. And then the festival starts on the Monday. And then the final, the main event, Thursday till Sunday. It's a £1,000 event. Feeders tonight, £50 rebuy tonight.
Yeah, I played last week, so I won last week's.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well done.
Congratulations. I think it was last week, maybe the week before. So
congratulations.
I won't be in it this week, so let somebody else have a go. Good tournament though.
Yeah.
Only 20 odd runners, 2 seats guaranteed.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of overlay thrown in. Always nice. There's Jack of Hearts for Oliver in the cut-off. Just picking up a few hands now, Oliver. You never know what the guys have got normally, so you never know, all of a sudden some guy starts raising 3 out of every 4 hands. You start to think he's getting a bit busy.
Yeah.
As you can see, Oliver's just playing his hands. There's Jack of Hearts. Phil, who's in the big blind, is looking him up and down. Ben's going to pass the Jack 8 of spades. Round to Andrew. Andrew out of the way, yeah. And Oliver's going to pick it up. Both got filth in the blinds. It's 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 5 that Oliver's been involved in there. Might be just a thing that, especially Phil, who's the chip leader on the table, might be thinking, hang on, I've had enough of you picking up all the chips, I might start playing back at you.
James Greenwood and Ricky Gladdy. James Greenwood, Ricky Gladdy for 2-5 holder.
The test please, Luca Akrabi for the 1-2 holder. Thank you.
9 bigs for Andrew now, who's now in the small blind, just past his. No, he didn't just pass the big blind. Sorry, yeah, he's now the button.
Do you think the 2 most dangerous guys at this moment in time are Philippe and Oliver?
Dangerous in terms of they've got the most chips and they're probably the 2 better players, yeah, so doubly so. Passed around to Andrew on the button there with 9 bigs. He's passing the 6-8 offsuit. Possibly he should have shoved it, but it's easier said than done when you're on a final table bubble. Would have got past the 9-3 of Phil because he's given a walk to Kellen, who I'm not sure he showed his cards.
Everybody's up again. Everybody is running round again. There must be another hole in a call on the on the second table yet again. And the 2 guys, as you said before, they don't really care.
Yeah.
And they've got.
They don't want to be over there railing somebody to hope they get knocked out.
No.
Can't affect it. Just sit there.
If they hit the final, they hit the final. It's not involving them, we'll just sit and wait.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Well, here's another hole in the call.
Here they come back.
All in the corner, the short stack doubles up.
They're all back, and let's get ready for the next turn.
Absolutely. Yeah, and now we're talking about the end, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely think Oliver and Phil are the two most dangerous players. But as you say, you know, they've got the biggest stack, so they're obviously dangerous. But
yeah,
I'm thinking they're probably the most experienced on the table too.
That's actually sub G. You're gonna sub G for the 1-1 thank you.
Had a bit of a debate going on one of the forums about the Parish Casino in Blackpool.
Yeah, I saw.
You see that? It can't be right, can it?
It's never happened in a Grosvenor. I've never heard of it before in any casino I've been in. Mind you, I did try and get in the Paris Casino when I went up there, and they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, why?
Said I had too much to drink.
All right, okay.
Just a load of old rubbish. In Blackpool, for goodness
I've never
sake.
seen you drunk.
No, exactly.
We've had a few.
You were out with me that night.
Yeah, we've had a few.
Yeah, we all tried to get in the
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They wouldn't, so we went back to the Grosvenor, who happily welcomed us back in, and we watched American football. It's because I was answering stupidly to the girl who was asking me questions. She asked me my address and date of birth, and still wanted me to answer all sorts of other questions. I was a member of that place before you burnt it down, Phil.
I did a tower news from outside and it was still burning. We were on the case.
Towering inferno.
Yeah, we were on the case. Tower news from bang outside the Paris Casino.
Queen 10 on the button for Phil. That's enough for a raise. Queen 10 off suits. Oliver Big Blind has got the Ace King. That's a bit tricky. They're quite deep stacked. They're the two biggest stacks. It's obviously got to be a 3-bet from Oliver, really. But he doesn't really want to be peeled here and play a flop out of position.
No.
If he misses it. I like to make it a full 3x here, don't you, Phil?
With the
Phil's made it 48, min raise. I think if I'm Oliver, I'm going to make it 155, me 160. I don't really want to be peeled and play out of position. I actually think rather than making it like 90, I'd rather just peel, I think. Play a bit more deceptively. See what he does. Looks like 130. 120's made it. 2.5x, 120.
Do we also think that these two know that they are the stacks at the table and they don't really want to collide?
I think they probably recognise that two of the better players. Yeah. They know they're the two biggest stacks. Phil, so you got to think about it. I mean, it's tempting to peel there, isn't it? You can outplay people on flops in position there, but. That's what we need. Andrew Dankwade Biggs was gagging for a bit of action there, but he's going to have to create his own destiny, I think, soon enough.
So still on the bubble, we've had 6 all-ins and calls and 6 survivals.
Have we?
Yes.
4 on the other table, have we?
Yeah, we have indeed. And we're still going on.
Well, everyone wants to make a final.
Of course. Kevin got a made hand. He decides to get out of the way. Oh, so too has Ben. That's good timing. Good timing to get rid of the 4s.
Oh, he's got to walk. That's a bit of a sickener, isn't it?
Still only 8,000.
If the 4s had got a few less chips, they'd have been jamming there.
I think. Yeah, it's true. Maybe you can min-raise fold there, but I guess you may as well min-raise fold any 2 cards, really, haven't you? And completed on the other table. They're ready to go.
I just took on in the court and I was like, I get it.
So still 10-handed, final table of 9 will be upon us after the break. Still don't know what how long the break is. I think it'd probably be an hour in total.
They're going to have a full dinner break.
I think they'd have a full dinner break and probably give the option of having, because they normally get a voucher, so to get some food, so probably incorporate the final table break and the dinner break at the same time, which makes sense.
They don't normally have a dinner break.
No, but they still give them the option of wanting to eat.
Yeah.
So
I was them. I wouldn't want to eat. I think
here
this
we
is
go.
long
What's this?
enough already.
Wow.
Only two big hands here.
Two big
Kevin
hands.
Is all in with the ace king in
Yep.
the cutoff. Remember the big blind's 24, so he's got 15 bigs there.
Yeah.
He's all in with the ace king offsuit. Oliver, reshove, ace queen of hearts. All in and a call. Remember the guys have to keep them face down until the hand plays out the other table.
When do we?
Yes, show down please.
This is the end.
The next group is Kiyu Zhang. Kiyu Zhang for 1-100. Thank you.
Wow, 2 queens on the flop. Needed to hit a queen. He's at 2 of them. No diamonds. And he's drawn dead, unfortunately, the ace king. He got a bit lucky earlier, Kevin Abacussis, but he's our final table bubble boy.
Kev is all in against Oliver. Kev has got ace king against ace queen. Great chance for Kev to get himself a double up. Ace king against ace queen. Flop time. Oh, the door card. Oh, trips. The queen, 7 of diamonds. The queen of spades. We've got running diamonds. It's the 2 of hearts, and that is it. What a way to go out. Ace king against ace queen, and the ace queen of Oliver Price has just knocked out. Kev played a fantastic game, shakes the hand of everybody. Everybody else is on the final table. What a fantastic game at the moment. Have a quick word with Oliver Price, I think. Oliver just takes him out. Oliver have a quick word with us. And we're just about to hit the final table. Oliver, 49th in the World Series last year, 3rd in Deauville. Not doing bad this year, is he, Oliver?
Hello.
Well done.
Yeah, cheers. Obviously got quite lucky there.
Yeah, but it's you played very well. 323. We're down to 9. We know it's just the final table going to begin in a few minutes' time. But how do you think the day's gone?
Yeah, obviously the day's gone great. Got a start, good final table. Can't complain. Yeah.
Fantastic year last year, World Series.
Yeah, it was a very good year.
Yeah, no, well.
Good start to this year as well. Yeah.
Keep it going, whatever. Fantastic final.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Nice one. Oliver Price on the final, the man in form. Can anybody stop this lad? We'll get the chips over onto the final table. We are onto the final table after a stupendous bubble. Well, as you know, that was.
We did it already.
As you know, that was a fantastic bubble, and it all ended with Oliver taking out Kev, and that is it. We're on the final table. We think it's a 60-minute break from now, so we reckon we're going to be back round about 20 to 8, 7:30, 20 to 8. Me and Jeff will be in the chair from 7:30. So we've got an hour from now for the live stream. So we'll take a well-earned break, and me and Jeff will be back in the chair at 7:30. See you then.